Anyway, so here I am once again trying to make sense out of things that are totally senseless. And, you know, I was reading a book recently, and it had to do with all the various reasons, theories as to why we're all so fucked up in this world. Really. And what motivated us to carry on and try to survive in a metaphorical kind of a way, how we deal with. I'm getting overly philosophical right now, excuse me, but you're here watching, so maybe you're going to take a break from the rest of your world to care to listen to me for a while. No, but it was like, why are people? What is going on in this? I mean, we're all sort of we're a product of the environment that we're in right now. Some of us we lament the fact that we've reached sort of a crisis, right? And the elements that surround us and have almost buried us, so to speak, are relentless, and they're never going to stop. They're always going to be there. And it was a short kind of a manual, and I was like, I was just nothing to do, kind of a thing. So I read it, and it got real deep and all that. Maybe too deep for my taste, but the overall theme was, look at the world around us right now, and how a constant theme too was there are a lot of angry, and I do mean angry people out there. And not to say that the world is really fucked up now. It is. I admit to being fucked up. I'm kind of I used to think I was a manageable being fucked up because, unlike a lot of other people, and this is me going off on a tangent, but so be it, whatever. I'm not performing. I'm being as upfront as possible, which doesn't necessarily mean you have to watch or partake or analyze or do any kind of reflection. You can just watch and take it in for what it's worth. I'm just openly speaking about what essentially is out there right now. And what I have tried to do, part of a missive, if there ever was a missive here, was to chart things, media things, and comment on the fact that I try to provide a service. I try to be funny at times, maybe overly funny, maybe sometimes not at all funny, but in some ways to kind of analyze certain topics that are amongst us: media, culture, self reflection, people, that kind of a thing, without being too, you know, philosophical and being, like Bill Maher. Although Bill Maher has become very commercially successful and obviously has a command of things and is doing quite well. But even he gets a little fucked up, foobarred, as I called it, uh, most of the time lately. But he's done very well. I mean, how can you argue against what Bill Maher's done? But um, in this arena right here, I have tried to perform a service. I perform a service like I'm, curing cancer. No, you know what I mean. And be self-aware of some of my limitations. And that's difficult. Yet you're watching, so I guess I have somewhat of an audience who's out there and will put up with this shit and try to morph until I go on and talk about how fucked up we have a media here and how it's become marginalized and wax poetically about that. The prior broadcast, I was not sort of civilized. I reacted in anger because I thought that what I was trying to do, and even though dealing with a subject matter that was kind of frenetic and crazy and tabloidish in and of itself, that I was performing a service and trying to get a bottom to the bottom of a layer within the bigger kind of a story. That's all. And did I overreact? Of course I did. Am I wanting to recover? No. I'm just illustrating the fact that sometimes anger, um, emotion could get the best of us. And that's what happened here. And those of you that were fraught with amazement and kind of responding to me and started really worrying about me and all that, I'm okay. I'm okay. I had a glass of water and I started watching, to tell the truth, and I'm okay. I really am. um so and I mean, what I should do is to kind of recover from that and move forward and all that, you know um, and maybe go watch some old Reverend Ike, um, takes and all that kind of a thing. So I just wanted to kind of touch base with you. I know that many of you wanted to come by and party and do some things, and have a little salt water with me and that kind of a thing. So I'll tell you what. Let's just move on and enjoy our enjoy our holiday coming up, and listen to some music, read a book, dance a little, um, and anyway, enough said.